Hello everyone, it's Tom. Today in this video I will show you a complete wizard speed guide with the new Typhons class set without channeling spells. Firstly, I will check this build in an 80 level speed GR. After that I will talk about another variants for T16 speed farming, dev farming and bounties. Now let's see this Typhon class set in a few words quickly. The two-piece double the duration of Hydra and increase the number of heads on multi-headed Hydra by 2. That means if you use Serpent Sparker, the max head is 10. Because this one provides you an 1+ Hydra and gives you up to 300% damage multiplier for Hydra. With Serpent Sparker and the 4-piece bonus, your damage taken is reduced by 80% with 10 Hydra heads. And each time you take damage, a Hydra head dies, and these heads cannot die more than once every 2 seconds. It's a little addition to our toughness. With 6 piece, with 10 Hydra heads provides you 13,000% increased damage for Hydras. The other mandatory item that increases your Hydra damage to higher level is the Magistrate head with up to 300% damage multiplier. So the main damage dealer is Hydra with Frost variant rune. Our main goal is maintain the set bonus at max level in most of the time and increase our damage with unique skill combinations and items choice. How does this build work? Basically the key elements: increase the attack and movement speed, constantly cast 2 Hydra and don't really lose these Hydra heads. This will require a good resource management and a shield. Firstly, let's check the speed GR version. To maximize your damage, put Magistrate head into the cube. As for the weapon in cube, use Echoing Fury. It increases Hydra DPS via attack speed bonus and gives extra movement speed thanks to Frenzy 5 stacks. The Echoing Fury attack speed is only 1.20, which is why it goes to the cube. Hydras benefits a lot from attack speed. So our inventory weapon is Serpent Sparker. The important stats are extra damage and attack speed, but you can increase the attack speed in even more ways. As for jewelry, use Ring of the Royal Granger. This opens up one item slot, because with this you have to use only 5 pieces of Typhon wheel set. With this free item slot, which is globes, we will boost our Hydras. In here, truly we have 2 options, Frostburn and Tusken and Theo. I prefer Tusken and Theo because it increases our pet's attack speed with up to 50%. Ideal stats: int, attack speed, crit chance and damage. The another item which gives you attack speed is the belt, the Witching Hour. Ideal stats: int, white, attack speed and crit damage. Now the attack speed is fine. As for the movement speed, the Echoing Fury 5 Frenzy stack is just one thing. But this build uses 2 another skill which are improve the movement speed. The passive skill Illusionist and the Storm Armor with Scramble Rune. And the Halo of Karini ring with Storm Armor provides you more toughness. The ideal stats: int, crit chance and damage and socket. Now let's analyze this build and the used skill combination in action against an elite packs. During this time I will introduce the remaining active and passive skills and another important items. The skill rotation and gameplay style are useful in lower build variants too. For even better mobility I use teleport with Wormhole rune. Before the first jump, make sure you have 2 Hydra with 10 heads to maximize your damage and toughness. This is the reason why familiar skill with Arcanaut rune is important. After the first jump, cast Frost Nova with Bone Chill rune. It gives 33% more damage. After that, in 3 seconds range, use another teleport without cooldown. But try to stay in 15 yards because this build uses Adacity passive skill. In this situation, the main goal is increase Hydra's damage to higher level. To this, use Magic Weapon skill with 10% increased damage with Deflection rune. Later, I will talk about this shield. With Convention of Elements ring, the damage output can be even more higher for 4 seconds in Cold Circle. Ideal stats: int, crit chance and crit damage and socket. The another option here is Stone of Jordan. And there are 3 item slots where we can use an item with plus Hydra damage stat. The Typhons Wheel chest and shoulders, and the Winter Flurry offhand. This item is useful thanks to plus cold damage. If you want more elites, use the Nemesis bracers for more progress globe. The ideal stats: cold damage, int, crit chance and life on hit. But if you play in a group speed GR and another player use Nemesis, you can change to Laconic for more attack speeds, or you can use Ashnagar's blood bracers for more shield. And lastly, the amulets, the skirt necklace for more damage. Ideal stats: cold damage, crit chance and crit damage and socket. To maintain its buff, you should use shield. I have already talked about magic weapon with deflection rule. And we have two other important skills, the dominance and galvanizing word. To increase the efficiency of these, your life should be around 600,000. Make sure before you jump to the elite packs with teleport, your dominance stacks are near 10. And with different legendary gem choices, we support this game style too. Bane of the Trap. It gives more damage and movement speed reduction to our enemy. The next is the Bane of the Powerful. Probably with high level, it is a constant 20% damage buff, and increase your damage and damage reduction against elite packs. And Enforcer, increase pet damage. As you can see, I used only 800 Paragon level and non-ancient items in an 80 level GR. A better gear and more Paragon, you can go higher, around between 85 and 90. Now let's check the another variants like T16 speed drift, bounties and death buff farming. You need some changes in skills and item choice. Firstly, T16. Put Serpent Sparker to cube and use Ether Walker wand as your weapon. With this, teleport no longer has cooldown, but costs 25 arcane power. In T16, you don't need too much toughness, so change Dominance passive skill to Astral Presence for more resource. You lose Dominance, but this is not a problem. You use Gold Wrap and average brand ring with Boon of the Hoarder legendary gem. Instead of Hallow of Carini, you can use Stone of Jordan or Convention of Elements ring. A little addition to Bounty's version. Instead of Nemesis bracers, use these arm guards for more movement speed. And if you have resource problem, change magic weapon room to conduit. And lastly, the death buff farming version. The skills are the same as the simple T16 build. Use Sage set in gloves and belt item slot. 2 pieces are enough thanks to Ring of Royal Granger. As for the another rings, use Hallow of Carini for toughness and Stone of Jordan for more elite damage. The high resource regeneration provides you enough arcane power to cast teleport and hydras. And you can increase your arcane pool with Paragon points. I think we covered everything. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please hit the thumbs up. And if you would like to see more guides, please subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.